So what's going on, guys? Here in front of me is the Euro USD, and as you can see here, the downtrend still ongoing. Here, a bit of a break above the bearish trend line. Well, this was actually the second touch. 1, 2, 3. The fourth touch was a bit of a breakout, and now going for the retest. So roughly at the trend line, and look like here in this area. So that means that potential is still a turnaround of the trend and a move to the upside, which is if this breakout succeeds after now here the retest, which is still unclear at the moment. At the same time, keep in mind that the US inflation was as high as, well, the last time I think it was in the 80s or 90s, since it was that high, so 30, almost 40 years ago, which means actually the US dollar should get weaker, and thus we should see a rise in the Euro USD market. But for now, there is still no sign here at the chart, but here still broke out, and now we will see what happens here. Either we continue with the move to the downside, and then we would reach here this level, so the previous lows again, and then maybe even lower, or we really see a turnaround and go higher. Then the target would be somewhere around here. If we quickly check the CCI as well. So here, if we check the 4-hour chart, so what this could turn out to be is maybe something like this with a break, and then again something like this, which happens sometimes, but not quite sure if we will see this, which would then turn into a head and shoulders pattern, but a kind of longer one. But again, here somewhere is the trend line. So for now we are still kind of bullish in this movement here, but not quite sure what will happen here. This move here indicates usually a break to the downside, so going lower, bearish flag, and then going lower. So still here somewhere along the trend line, but could mean that we will go to the lows of this previous support and resistance zone. If we check the 15-minute chart, so here bit of a break below this channel now, so it looks like we will here, maybe we could see a pullback, kind of a retest, and then go to here. So this is the short or the trade to take. If you want to check the 5-minute chart here, here a bit of a double top, but not quite a bearish divergence yet, so maybe we see a retest to the previous, because here now is kind of a bit of a double bottom as well. So if we go to here, this is where I would short, so this would be the short take, pretty close stop loss. So here higher highs, higher lows, but here still not seeing a divergence, even though we have this double top. So not quite sure if the trend is here seeing a turnaround and going into the downside, which is actually usually what I like to see, because we could still actually go to form a new low or high in this case, or we could break from here, but I would only re-enter if we see some kind of pullback here. Here the 1-minute chart. So 1 minute chart, pretty simple, high highs, high lows. Now here kind of a sideways movement. Here at this low, so if we break here, then we could continue to go lower as well. This would be another option, but for now I would rather wait here for a pullback. So this was the Euro US. So then let's check the Euro Japanese yen as well. So Euro Japanese yen, while moving here, wrong tool, pretty much sideways. Looks like this will go to the upside actually. Since here we saw this break, now the retest here. We could still go lower, but it looks like we will hit higher here. Checking the daily, so pretty much consolidation pattern here on the daily as well. So here somewhere is the support line. Maybe this here kind of lower highs. Checking the 1 hour chart real quick. So here broke this. Here higher highs, higher lows, broke. So here higher highs, higher lows, broke to retest this support line, went up again. Here a bit of a double top probably on the 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart. Broke, fake breakout, retest to somewhere around here, this area. Now here, so actually here is time to short. Since this is a change of trend, it looks like here 30-minute chart. Let's go to the 50-minute chart. So here possible channel. So again, you either short here if we see a move to the upside at the new high, or you wait for a break, retest, and then short. Pretty simple as that. 5-minute chart here, we could see a next move to the upside, where I would look for shorts. Here is kind of the shorting area. Maybe a little bit bigger, so somewhere around here. One-minute chart here, double bottom could be formed, which means you could even go for a long here on the shorter, which would give you roughly maybe about 400 pips or 40 pips actually. So this would be a move here since. So this was the Euro Japanese yen. Checking the gold market as well, since we checked Euro USD. So gold market, we saw a break yesterday, above this high. Here a nice trend to the upside. 4 hour chart, here a break above the 18, 27, 28. So here is kind of a bit bigger resistance zone. So we broke here, and now it looks like we're going for the retest. So something that happened here as well. We broke, went lower to 1810 before continuing here along this trend line. So 1810 from 1844 to 1810, and then moved higher, which means if this were to happen, then here if we do draw this trend line a little bit cleaner. And then the retest would here, if we see one, be to maybe around 1850. So pretty similar area as we saw here, if we really see this kind of movement. But if we take a look here at the previous breakout, we probably had here some kind of double top and or bearish divergence, and then moved lower. So this is the first thing. You could here wait for a pullback, or you could short here if we see a bearish divergence, and then short to maybe this line, the trend line, and this support line. And then if we see a break, you could enter a buy again, which would here be the break of this channel. If we quickly zoom in here, so here kind of was a bit of a channel, probably on the smaller time frames. Let's check this out real quick. So where was it? Here. So here we had a couple of tops that couldn't break, and then we saw here lower lows on the CCI. So this is why we pulled lower, and this could happen here as well, to pull lower. And then here we had a channel and we broke above. Here we had a bullish candlestick. So here you can enter then a buy as well, or here wait for the break above this line and then this retest, and then be a buy as well. So we could see a similar move right now. So here is now the here somewhere maybe on lower time frames the pullback. What did we say? So maybe to here. Maybe the pullback also happens to here, but looks like we will get a bit lower to one of these areas. And then if we see a bullish candlestick going for the buy. So this was called. Let's check the crude market as well. Here we saw a new movement as well. If we check the daily real quick. So here broke this, and the new highs were created since so when is this? 2014. So now going for a new level of height. So here yesterday kind of, or the day before yesterday, was this huge breakout. Here a bit of a bearish sign, so looks like we are going for the retest here. And then probably move higher. Keep in mind that I always, or sometimes I draw lines, but it's never a simple point, it's always a bigger zone when it comes either to the support or resistance line, and even the trend line. But the trend line I can't really draw it. I mean, I think there are different tools, but not quite sure how they work here. Maybe nope. So even the trend line is not just a straight line, but a bit of a zone. So here, as you can see, now looks like crude oil is pulling back somewhere around here. We should see a bullish sign, and then maybe forming a channel and then a breakout. On 1 hour chart, we fell here pretty well, about $1, but still moved to the upside. 30-minute chart, not much going on. Checking the 15-minute chart. So here looks like this will somehow be the movement, but needless to say, the Trend looks still up somehow. Here a bit of a divergence, so we are pulling lower. This is what happens now.